Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to your New Japan Cup 2020. Damn, that feels good to say. Bracketology, aka preview and predictions. We have got an entire tournament to predict today. We have got so much to talk about. New Japan is back, baby! And I could not be happier about it. We will be live reacting to every single show that occurs this month and next month from New Japan. Why? Because we haven't gotten to react to anything from them since February. We're going through a withdrawal, and we can't get enough. So, John, how are you feeling about the New Japan Cup bracket, my friend?
I mean, brother, New Japan's coming back, and they are flexing hard on their Western counterparts because this New Japan Cup is stacked. Now, I will get out of the way straight away before we really get into the meat and potatoes of this thing. Jay White and Ospreay's absence is definitely going to be felt in this tournament.
Yeah.
But even with their absence, I mean, the star power in this, and what I like, too, to New Japan's credit, and I don't think we should be bemoaning this, and I'm not saying we are, but I do love that they're giving, like, a lot of newcomers, like, this is their platform to show what they've got. Even if it is mostly just squash matches, which they probably will be, it's cool that you're getting some new faces that we're going to be talking about here, getting to kind of show their stuff on a stage like this. I'm just happy that New Japan's doing the New Japan Cup at all, and I'm actually quite pleased with my bracket for the most part. I'm curious where you and I diverge. I'm going to actually assume quite a bit, honestly. And, yeah, I'm ready to start talking about this, man.
Yeah, dude, I think that we're going to have very, very different brackets because my bracket, basically what I did was I picked who I thought was going to win the whole thing and worked my way backwards. So
That's understandable. I actually just went in order match by match and then just logically confronted each matchup and then just weighed it. And yeah, so let's do this.
All right, well, see, but the problem with that is you're not going to have any major upsets if you just did it that way because there are always upsets in stuff like this. So we'll get into that, though. Let's just start right at the very top left. Togi Makabe versus Yota Tsuji. Again, this isn't the type of match to expect an upset in, so I'm just going to go with Makabe and be done with it.
I went with Makabe as well.
Then we've got Tomohiro Ishii versus El Desperado. Despi is a junior, so I went with Ishii.
I went with Ishii as well. Same reasoning.
Yano Jado, we both have Yano winning, I'm assuming?
Yes.
Honma Tanahashi. Oh, no, it's not Tanahashi. It's Takahashi. It's Hiromu Takahashi. His fucking junior heavyweight champion. I can't believe that I disrespected him like that. Actually, Takahashi's great anyway. Regardless, Takahashi versus Honma. Who you got?
I had Takahashi here.
Okay. Okada Geto.
Okada, definitely.
Dude, I was really tripped up on this because I thought, like, Jay White's not in the tournament, but what if he's around anyway and he helps Geto beat Okada?
Possibly, but I didn't even take that into account because I'm just assuming that Jay White, he's either social distancing or what, because if he was around, why not just put him in the tournament in the first place?
Yeah.
Like, is he dealing with an injury that we don't know about? I doubt it, right?
Well, if we don't know about it, we don't know about it, you know?
Yeah, I mean, that's true. So, yeah. I just didn't think that far ahead because I'm like, if you're going to use him, just use him in the fucking tournament. So, yeah, I had Okada for a lock. I think this is more a cathartic type matchup for Okada just to get that revenge definitively on Geto.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
All right. Moving on. Actually, a rematch from a show that we just recently watched, Nagata versus Suzuki.
I had Suzuki here.
As well did I, my friend. Next up, Yuya Uemura versus Yoshinobu Kanemaru.
I wouldn't be surprised if we got an upset here, but I still went with Kanemaru, only because I really don't know Yuya that well. So
he's a young lion, so he's definitely not winning this.
Right, okay. So yeah, I went with Kanemaru.
All right, Gabriel Kidd, who is an LA Dojo young lion, versus Taiji Ishimori.
I went with Ishimori.
All right, now, before we move on, let me just ask you, how would you rather handle this? You want to do all the first round matches and then move on to the second round, or do you want to do all the first round matches on one side and then the second round and work our way up to the finalist on that side and then do the same thing for the opposite side?
Let's do the first round on both sides. Let's keep people guessing.
Okay.
All right. That anticipation.
Next match, Hiroshi Tanahashi versus Tai Chi, and I'm just flashing my fucking warning signs right now. Upset alert right here. It could definitely happen, but I personally didn't think that it would happen. I went with Tanahashi.
Dude, I actually changed it last night because I originally put in Tanahashi, but you know what? Here's my reasoning. Tanahashi's definitely been demoted the last couple of years on the card. This isn't the Tanahashi, say, of like, I don't know, I should pick a good year, like 2011
2015.
maybe. Or 2015 even.
That was when he won the G1.
It's not the same Tanahashi, and New Japan has this weird interest in Tai Chi and pushing him at the weirdest times. So I actually went with Tai Chi beating Tanahashi, and I'm very confident it's going to happen.
Yeah, I threw up the upset alert, and you actually pulled the trigger on it. I love that. Ibushi versus Zack. This is another like classic match. These guys have amazing chemistry. They actually had a match for WWE in the Cruiserweight Classic. Who you got, man? Who you got? Ibushi or Zsj?
Okay, can I give my pick and then my reasoning behind it? Because I actually do have a logic behind this.
Yes, please do.
I picked Ibushi because here's the thing. The last two New Japan Cups, Zack Saber Jr. has had Kota Ibushi's number. He's beaten him both times. So he kind of owns Ibushi in the cup, but I'm just going with the cliche of third time's the charm. I think with the year that they kind of want Ibushi to have, I don't know, especially because the pandemic fucked up everything. Yeah. I mean, Ibushi just got done main eventing night one of a Wrestle Kingdom. I think they want to build him back up, so I think part of it is like excising the demon of Zack Saber Jr. in the New Japan Cup. This could be one that I pay for, because again, there is a precedent of ZSJ owning Ibushi in the Cup. I understand that, but I'm just thinking that Ibushi finally takes one from ZSJ here. I'm going with Ibushi.
And this, alongside another match that we'll talk about later, I just decided to stick with history, man. I went with ZSJ to win.
Dude, again, that's totally understandable.
Next up, Ryusuke Taguchi versus Sanada. I think this is like a weird situation where it's almost too obvious that Sanada's going to win, but at the same time, Sanada still hasn't won a singles match since like July of last year. So I actually went the upset. I actually picked Taguchi to win.
See, I'm going to be truthful, dude. I forgot that they were even doing that thread. And, you know, again, the pandemic fucked everything.
Yeah.
Even knowing that, though, I still went with Sanada. Because here's the thing, too. And this is kind of partially pandemic motivated. I think with New Japan coming back, they're going to want to come back full force. Yeah. And they're going to want to give us as many quality matches as possible. So, again, the way my bracket kind of falls out, you're getting some interesting matches, and you're definitely getting some barn burners, and I hope it happens. So I went with Sanada. But again, you very well could be right, because I didn't even think about that. So I will give you that.
Yeah, my thing is, I don't think that Taguchi is a real threat to get anywhere in the tournament, but I think Sanada is just going to like trip over himself and find a way to lose here. He's going to snatch a defeat out of the jaws of victory, you know?
Yeah, that's understandable. That's understandable.
But then we get to the match of the first round, the match that I think everyone should be looking forward to the most in the first round. If you're not already looking forward the most to Ibushi's ZSJ, which I can understand, but to me, this is the one. I put this even above Ibushi's ZSJ. Sho versus Shingo. They had so many matches last year leading up to an amazing BOSJ match. Sho has never beaten Shingo, and I don't expect him to start here. I've got Shingo winning here again.
You know what, dude? I had Shingo up until literally 5 seconds ago. And then you know what I thought? I'm like, given how my bracket works out, you know, if I had Shingo, at least from my side of the bracket, I know I'm kind of telling on myself here, I would have him losing eventually. So who would I want him to lose to? We got to remember, Shingo's the never openweight champion.
Yeah.
And they fucking killed it in BOSJ. So I'm actually going to have Sho winning here, and then the rubber match is going to be for the never openweight title. I want to do this again. Well, yeah, because Shingo beat him in the BOSJ.
Dude, Shingo beat him like 8 times last year.
Well, I'm just saying in the context of what I'm remembering most immediately.
Right.
You have Shingo beat him in the BOSJ. Sho beats him here. That's the important thing to keep in mind. We're talking about New Japan Cup. I'm saying Sho's going to beat him in the New Japan Cup. And then Sho gets contendership for the never openweight title. Because anybody else I'd have Shingo losing to if I advanced him, I don't really see them in that title picture personally. For Sho, it's fascinating as fuck though, because we know that he's the star of the team, and I'm here for it. So I'm gonna go. You know what, though, dude?
I think you're gonna appreciate who I have beating Shingo to get the never openweight title shot eventually, then as well. So we'll get
very nice. Yeah. So
the difference is the guy that I have beating Shingo wouldn't have been an option for you because of how you had the rest of the first round play out. So
exactly. Yeah. All right.
So yeah, I think it's one of those things where to me Shingo not destroyed. It was a really long, amazing match. But Shingo beat Sho as a junior, and now he's a heavyweight. I don't think Sho has a chance. Anyway, next match is Hiroshi Tenzan versus Yoshihashi. I think that this is an example of a guy that neither one of us particularly likes or cares about versus an older guy that I don't really think they have any interest in pushing anymore. So I just went with Yoshihashi and just kind of, held my nose and made the pick.
Yeah, I went with Yoshihashi as well. Sooner he gets eliminated, the better.
All right, yeah. Next up, Yo versus Bushi. This is the only example, I believe, in the first round. You know what? No, it isn't. I take that back. I'm not even going to say it anymore because I was wrong. But we do have, this is one of, not the only, but one of the very few junior versus junior first round matches. So who do you have, Yo versus Bushi?
I have Bushi winning here.
See, and I think that the New Japan is trying to tell some kind of story that Yo is going to have more immediate success than Sho. Yo had a better record in the BOSJ last year. I think Yo is going to advance to the second round. I think he's beating Bushi here. Even though I expect him to lose in the next round, I still think that Yo is going to get this first win just to, again, be like, okay, Yo keeps getting a little bit better and a little bit better and doing better than Sho in everything. What does this mean about their team dynamic? Even though I think that most people watching, and including us, would be like, oh yeah, Sho is clearly the better wrestler.
Yes.
Seems like Yo just keeps kind of landing in favorable situations and getting lucky and stuff like that. So I'm picking Yo to beat Bushi. Penultimate first round match, Satoshi Kojima versus Evil. Another situation where it's kind of a current day star versus a yesteryear star. I got Evil going over.
Yeah, let's see. I agree. Evil.
All right. Then we've got Hiroki Gotoh versus Yujiro Takahashi. This is one of the easiest matches in the first round, I think, to pick. Gotoh versus any junior. You could have listed any junior other than Hiromu himself, and I would have picked Gotoh. So, and actually, technically, Yujiro isn't even a junior, but he's a former junior, and he hasn't even been in the G1 in the last few years. I think Yujiro is just like a third, like a tertiary player in New Japan right now. Got to go with Gotoh here.
Yeah, same.
All right, just to go over our picks, John. Go over your picks in the first round first, and then I'll go over mine. So you just start at the top. Actually, I apologize for the stop-start, but rather than just naming who you have, actually name your second round matches. So, like, for example, since we both agreed on both of these, our first second round match would be Makabe versus Ishii. So what are your second round matches?
Makabe Ishii, Yano Takahashi, Okada Suzuki, Kanemaru Ishimori, Taichi Ibushi, Sanada and Sho.
Slow down. I'm trying to keep up.
All right.
You picked Kanemaru and Ishimori, right?
That's correct.
And then you had Taichi and Ibushi.
Correct.
Okay, keep going then.
Sanada and Sho, because I did change that.
Yep.
Yoshihashi and Bushi.
Yep, and then Evil Gotoh.
Evil Gotoh, yes.
Okay. And then for mine, I've got Makabe Ishii as well, Yano Takahashi as well, Okada Suzuki as well, Kanemaru Ishimori as well, but then I've got Tana Hoshi versus Zsj, Taguchi versus Shingo, and then, Yoshihashi versus Yo, and then Evil versus Gotoh, just like you. So we have three completely different matches. Well, two completely different and one half different matches in the second round. Should be very interesting to see where that leads. Especially because one of the guys that I picked to win in the first round that you actually picked to lose in the first round, I've got going all the way to the finals. So that's going to be very interesting to see who you've got in the finals on that side of the bracket. But who do you have winning between Makabe and Ishii?
I have Ishii winning.
As do I, my friend. Who do you have winning between Yano and Takahashi?
Takahashi winning.
As do I, my friend. Okada Suzuki.
I want Suzuki to win so bad, but I'm trying to stay objective, so I went Okada.
I went Suzuki, baby. Let's do it.
Holy shit. You really think he's going to beat Okada?
Dude, he only beats Okada when it's not that big of a deal. Like, beating Okada in the second round of the New Japan Cup isn't that big of a deal. Beating Okada for 2 points in a G1 Climax, not that big of a deal. He's never going to beat Okada for the world title, which is what really matters, and he would never beat Okada in, like, the finals of a tournament, which would really matter. But in this situation, I totally believe Suzuki's winning.
Bro, I hope you're right, honestly. I'd love to see Suzuki win this fucking tournament. Are you fucking kidding me?
Oh, yeah, that would be amazing. But I do not, I will say, I do not have Suzuki winning the whole tournament. I just have him getting at least this far, if not further.
Yeah, so I'm gonna stick with Okada. I'm happy though that you're going with Suzuki. One of us fucking needs to, and it might as well be the guy that goes Kaze Ninorai with every fucking entrance. So
hell yeah!
Works out. All right, Kanemaru versus Ishimori. Who you got?
I actually have Kanemaru because Kanemaru I don't think has ever lost to Ishimori in singles.
I have Ishimori. So
that would be a first. I think Kanemaru is like 13-0 against Ishimori, going all the way back to like their days. So
something else I forgot about, admittedly. So
yeah, I'm very confident that Kanemaru is going to beat Ishimori. That's like a big thing. Like Japan really tries to hold up those like one-on-one records. So very confident in Kanemaru. So then we get to our next set, which is where we had all of our differences in the first round. I have got Tana Hoshi versus Zsj. You've got Tai Chi versus Ibushi.
Yeah, I have Ibushi winning in my matchup. Who do you have winning yours?
I have Saber Jr. defeating Hiroshi Tanahashi to move on to the next round. So kind of interesting. We have the winner of Ibushi Zsj beating the winner of Tanahashi Taichi, regardless of who it is, even though we have completely different picks otherwise.
Yeah, absolutely.
So then we got Sanada versus Sho for you. Taguchi versus Shingo for me. I'm just going to get out of the way. Obviously, I have Shingo beating fucking Taguchi. Who do you have winning Sanada versus Sho?
I have Sanada winning.
So you have Sanada going on a little bit of a run. Didn't Sanada just win New Japan Cup last year?
No.
Didn't?
That was Okada, right? Because
he beat Sanada in the finals, though, didn't he?
Probably.
2019 NJ Cup. Oh, that's New Jersey Cup. I got to put New Japan. Here we go. 2019. Okada. Yeah, he beat Sanada in the finals last year. Okay. All right. Next up. You have got Yoshihashi versus Bushi. I have got Yoshihashi versus Yo. But I think in either one of those cases, I would have Yoshihashi advancing, unfortunately. So I have Yoshihashi beating Yo. Do you agree that he would probably beat Bushi as well?
No, I actually had Bushi winning.
Oh, wow. You're going to have the junior beat the heavyweight. That's interesting. All right. Evil versus Gotoh.
I had Gotoh winning here.
So did I. So at least we're on the same page there. All right. Now to go over it, I will let you go over your quarterfinals matches once I get done, since you kind of went over your second round matches first. My quarterfinal matches, I have got Tomohiro Ishii versus Hiromu Takahashi, Minoru Suzuki versus Yoshinobu Kanemaru, and Saber Jr. Oh, and there's two more actually. Saber Jr. versus Shingo Takagi, and Yoshihashi versus Evil. Who do you have now, brother?
Okay, let me look at my matches. Okay, so I have Ishii versus Takahashi.
Yep.
Okada versus Ishimori. I like both of the matches in our cups, by the way. Either of these cups would be entertaining as hell. I have Ibushi versus Sanada, that's right, and Bushi versus Gotoh.
Yeah. All right. Excellent. Okay. Now we actually have to pick these matches. Ishii versus Takahashi. We both have. Who do you have actually winning that?
I have Ishii winning.
Oh, this is our first break on the left side, I believe. Or no, Kanemaru. I had Kanemaru and you had Ishimori. So that was our first break. This is our second break. This is our first big break, though, because I think this is our first like significant break. I have Hiromu winning this match, beating Ishii and advancing to the semifinals.
Oh, man. I honestly, you know how much I love Ishii, so I hope you're wrong on this one. But we'll see. Takahashi's immensely talented. It could absolutely happen. Absolutely happen.
All right. Next up, Suzuki versus, in your case, Ishimori. In my case, Kanemaru. Obviously, they're faction mates. They're going to do the old, like, oh, lay down, and he'll pretend to, and then he'll kick out, and we'll get a real match. But still, Suzuki's going to beat the fuck out of Kanemaru. He's going to beat him into submission. Probably even make him tap out or pass out. I don't even know if he'll need the Gotch Pile Driver to win, but I've got Suzuki winning this thing.
Well, because I had Okada versus Ishimori, I have Okada winning my matchup.
Yep, that makes perfect sense. All right, next up, we have, in your case, Ibushi Sanada. In my case, Zsj versus Shingo. And this is where I have Shingo losing and having to eventually defend the title against someone. It's Zsj. We're getting Shingo versus Zsj for the Never Openweight title at some point, if my bracket comes true.
I mean, Zach does historically perform well in New Japan Cup, so I like that you have him going this far. For my matchup, Ibushi versus Sanada, I have Ibushi winning. Sanada's run comes to an end here.
So you have Ibushi beating Sanada. See, I disagree with that. Because to me, if you think that Sanada is going to pick up his first win since, like, summer of 2019 in this tournament, I would just have to go all the way and win the damn thing. To me, if Sanada wins a match, if he beats Taguchi, I'm picking him to go all the way and win the whole thing. Period.
We'll see. We'll see.
Because there's been a slow burn build with him. He's been losing all of his singles matches. And like we already talked about, he went to the finals of the New Japan Cup last year and lost to Okada. So to me, he is right on that brink of breaking through. And I think if you're gonna not keep on like the losing streak and keep trying to tell that story, and you're just gonna immediately have him win a match right away, he has to go all the way and win the whole thing. That's just in my mind. So
right.
Let's get to our next match though. You have Bushi versus Gotoh. I have Yoshihashi versus Evil.
I have Gotoh winning my matchup.
Okay. Yeah, because I don't think I even actually said that I had Evil beat Gotoh in the last round. I might have actually unintentionally gone along with you and just been like, oh yeah, Gotoh. But no, I actually did have Evil beating Gotoh in the second round. So Evil versus Yoshihashi was my last quarterfinals match, and I had Evil going then to the semifinals to face off with Zach.
Oh, cool. All right.
So our semifinals, though, the final match in each side of the bracket before we get to our finals, I have got Hiromu Takahashi versus Minoru Suzuki and Zack Sabre Jr. versus Evil, while you've got
Ishii versus Okada and Ibushi versus Gotoh.
Damn, that is a stacked semifinals, I think, for both of us. I mean, yours kind of comes off as a lot of bigger names because you've got Okada and Ibushi, and I don't really have anybody whose name value is that crazy high, but still, just the matches alone are pretty crazy for both of us. Who do you want to pick first, you or me?
You can go first.
All right. Ready for the biggest upset of the year?
Sure.
Hiromu Takahashi beats Suzuki.
Yeah, that's believable. That's totally believable. Ishii, Okada, I've wanted these two to fight again since I saw their G1 matchup where Ishii fucking tombstoned his ass.
Yeah.
I think these two have incredible fucking chemistry. And guys, listen, now that we're back on New Japan stuff, I feel the need to remind everybody that if you're new to it while covering New Japan, which you might be, because it's been a while, I am a hard Ishii stan. Like, not only do we stan Ishii in this household, he can pee wherever he wants as the stone upper in this household and mark his territory. I would love for him to fucking win this tournament. I would mark the fuck out. I think you would too.
Oh my
I think
God,
we all love Ishii
absolutely,
here.
Yeah.
But that's not happening because we're not allowed to dream. So it's going to be an amazing matchup, but I do have Okada going to the finals here.
Yeah. That doesn't surprise me. I think I already know what your finals are, though, so just go ahead and tell us who he's going against.
He's going against Ibushi. Ibushi beats Gotoh.
That's exactly what I predicted. Okay, so you've got Okada versus Ibushi in a Wrestle Kingdom Day 1, Wrestle Kingdom 14 Day 1 rematch. I, on the other hand, have got Zack Sabre Jr. beating Evil to go to the finals against Hiromu.
I think I know who you're going to have win the fucking cup. That's amazing. Wow. So I'm just going to say it. Ibushi's the winner of the New Japan Cup 2020 for me. I think he's going to get it done. Yeah,
I love that, though. I love that. That's really cool. I like that a lot. I think Ibushi makes a lot of sense. To me, though, if it's not going to be the guy that I picked, it almost has to be Sanada. But I wouldn't blink an eye. I wouldn't complain one bit if it was Ibushi, especially if it means we get another Ibushi-Okada match after the goddamn classic that they had at Wrestle Kingdom Night 1. So, move on to who I am picking. I am predicting basically that New Japan wants to go back to where they were before Corona destroyed their plans. What was the match that was planned for Naito's next title defense? It was Hiromu Takahashi. So I have him winning the New Japan Cup, beating Zsj after Zsj has just gotten done beating two of his heavyweight faction mates in Evil and Shingo back to back.
That's an excellent story. And honestly, the way you laid it out, It's very convincing. I don't know. Maybe because the thing is, dude, I'll tell you, apparently I forgot a lot about New Japan because you even heard me in this country saying, like, oh, I forgot that. Oh, I forgot that. I think the pandemic fucked a lot up on the fan side, too. Because I wonder if they still would have been running shows if I would have reached the same conclusion as you. Or if we would have just had different brackets altogether. Because obviously, if a pandemic never happened, Will and Jay White would have been in this. And I will say this. If a pandemic never happened and we were doing this, I probably would have had Will Ospreay win the Cup this year. Because I think I even remember saying before Corona happened that Will was one of my candidates to win the Cup this year.
Yeah.
So with him gone, that like totally imploded everything. But I can tell you, if he was in this, Will 100,000% would have been my pick. But I think given that, I think New Japan wants to come back in a big way, and I love Hiromu, and I think it would be an amazing fucking rub. So in a way, I hope you're right, honestly. But I just think, we know Naito and Ibushi have a history with the Intercontinental title. I think they want to start a new history with the World title. And so, yeah, just keeping Ibushi strong in that title picture, since they've kind of painted that image in our minds of him as a main eventer due to his stellar Wrestle Kingdom performance. So that's why I ultimately went with Ibushi. So we'll see.
I like it though, man. I like it. I think that those are two good options. I think the second best, because obviously it's my bracket, so I'm going to pick what I think is best. So
of course,
obviously, I think Hiromu is the best option. I think he's also maybe even the most likely option given where we left off. I think that New Japan is going to be like, you know what? We want to do Hiromu versus Naito so bad that we're going to just go all the way, make it for both the titles. Hiromu was never going to win it anyway, so let's just do it so that people can have it, so that we can get it out of our systems, and then we can move on past it. But I think that the next best option really is Sanada. I think that if they were ready to pull the trigger on Sanada, I think that this is the time. This is a great time to do it. It's not the only time or the best time, but it is a great time to do it. And I like, as soon as you said that you had Sanada beating Taguchi, like, I know that the reasoning was you just forgot that Sanada was on a losing streak, but New Japan won't forget. They might just not care. They might just be like, he was on a losing streak, but all of this time off has given him time to regroup, and now he's found himself, and now he's back and better than ever, and he goes on a run, and he wins the New Japan Cup and gets to challenge Naito for both titles. That, to me, is the next most compelling story in this, after you take the Hiromu story out of the situation.
Yeah, I mean, dude, for me as a New Japan mark, first and foremost, going beyond like us breaking stuff down, this tournament, for whatever reason, is always a vehicle for my fandom where I'm like, okay, this is the year either Ishii or Suzuki's going to win this fucking thing.
Yeah.
So I'm going to still be rooting for them, but I got to say, dude, between our two brackets, like, I have enough humility to say that I think your bracket's far superior to mine. It has a very coherent story. I love the matches, and I love that in a sea of heavyweights, you give the biggest rub to the best junior. Because here's what I think about, too, dude, that we haven't talked about yet, and why I love your bracket so much. Before Hiromu's neck injury, which it still pains me to talk about, even though he's well now and he's still doing kick-ass shit, he really, like, he had that promo where he wanted to be the guy. Like, he wanted to move up in the heavyweight division, go after the title. I still, even despite his neck injury, which historically has been a career-shortening thing, I still see Hiromu as a prospect for this company. Truly. I think he's got enough charisma to compensate for the time lost.
And, dude, here's the thing. He's only 30.
Yeah. Like, I honestly think, I don't know if you'll get as many good years out of him, obviously, as if he didn't have a fucking, major neck injury. But if you can even get, 3-4 years out of him that are quality years, put the strap on him now. So I like that you still, because to me, what you doing this for Hiromu tells me is that you haven't given up on Hiromu, and I don't think anybody should. That's why I really love your bracket, because he's immensely talented. And again, you have a cohesive story in there. No, your bracket was amazing. See, for me, it was just, what matches do I really want to see in the Cup? And this is fucking it. Like, the idea that Ishii could take on Hiromu, I think that'd be a hard-hitting, crazy as fuck match. Okada-Suzuki always have amazing chemistry. I am salivating for that. But I think, honestly, the match I'm salivating for the most is Ishii-Okada, because I just feel like it's been too long since they're stablemates, It's been too long since we've seen them go at it, because that G1 match, man, Jesus Christ. Yeah, I need to see it again. And I hope we do. But I'm just narratively building people, just everything that you should want to do in a wrestling promotion, I'm big enough to say that I think your bracket's got me beat. I love how you structured it, man. Good shit. If anybody else has made their own brackets, feel free, I guess, to screenshot this kind of stuff. And
dude, and not only that, I actually put the template in the description. So if anybody wants to make a bracket, You can literally just click the link that I have in the description that is like it's the empty bracket basically. You can click on that, you can fill it out, or actually, you can't literally fill it out in the file. You have to make a copy for yourself first. Then you can fill out the copy that you make for yourself. And then, yeah, you can either share that or just like John said, you could screenshot your version of it. Either way works. So, yeah, make sure to do that. And really, cool thing for you to do would be to leave the your own bracket, whether it's a screenshot or just sharing the link to your copy of the spreadsheet, is just to leave it in a comment down below once this video is fully processed, right?
Absolutely, brother. Absolutely. Regardless of what you thought of either of our brackets, I had a lot of fun doing this. And really, what this did most of all was I am so fucking ready for New Japan. I don't want us talking about brackets. I want us to see it. I want us to experience this fucking cup. I'm ready. I'm ready. Let's do it.
Absolutely. All the way there with you, my friend. Are we done with this? Are we ready to move past this and get into our actual New Japan Live reactions on Monday when the new first show comes back?
Yeah, that sounds perfect to me because, I mean, you know, we're not going to be able to talk about the title matchup yet. I mean, because honestly, you even said, right, like if you have Takahashi facing Naito, do you have Naito, like, drop the title or is he beating Takahashi? Because I could say that if Ibushi were to win on mine, Naito would still retain. So unless we're thinking that, like, the title's going to change, there's really nothing else to talk about.
No, yeah, we both have Naito.
Yeah, we're good. Yeah, we're good. We're good. We'll just, next thing will be live reactions on Monday. So, yeah.
All right. Well, for New Japan.
For New Japan. For WWE stuff, for WWE stuff, it's going to be Backlash tomorrow night at 7 p.m. Eastern time. So be sure to join us for that.
We got a $2 super chat from Cliff. He said, John, explain just how awesome Matt Riddle is.
Oh, yeah, just to give context, since he did super chat, Cliff DM'd me. I didn't watch it, obviously, because we were recording and my attention was on this. But I'm guessing that Matt Riddle did a cameo for Cliff. So, cool, Cliff. I'm really happy to hear that. I'll have to listen to it after we get off here. But really cool that Matt Riddle did that for you, bud.
All right. Well, all that being said, we're ready to close out. Do you have anything else you want to say before we do that?
No, just again, thank you guys for joining us. I hope you join us for Backlash tomorrow. Again, that's 7 p.m. Eastern time. And Monday we'll be going live at noon with the first round New Japan Cup. Should be awesome fucking shit. And until then, just take care of yourselves. Stay safe out there. Be good to yourselves and each other. All that jazz. And we'll see you tomorrow for Backlash. So, Ashton, take us home.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we hope that you all enjoyed our New Japan Cup 2020 bracketology preview and predictions. We hope that you're all able to, give us your predictions in a screenshot or a link to a spreadsheet down in the comments. And we hope that you all enjoyed. If you did, please remember to like this video before you leave. You can also subscribe to the channel if you're new. Click the bell icon to join the notification squad. Follow us on Twitter and on Twitch. You can also, if you'd like to support the channel, subscribe on Twitch, as well as buying our merch on Teespring, donating to our Patreon, and sharing this channel and this video with all your wrestling fan friends and letting them in on the best kept secret in the YouTube and Twitch wrestling communities. That's right, we are TwitWow, and we are the workhorses of the YNTWCs. And it is so good to be back. It is so good to see New Japan back. It is so exciting that we get to live react to their stuff on Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday for the next couple of weeks. And then even more than that going forward. Very excited about it. We hope that you're all excited about it as well. We do also have Backlash tomorrow, which we will be live reacting to. That starts at 7 p.m. Eastern time. And then we've got Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, New Japan. Monday it'll be at noon. Tuesday and Wednesday it'll be at 4. And then Wednesday we also have NXT live reactions. So we hope that you're all looking forward to all that. And of course, we hope that you're all able to remember to stay tuned.